Welcome to a new video. It's Mr. 6'8" back at you with a new video. And look, y'all, it's a sad day in this glorious land. Well, it's not really a sad day. We're not even gonna claim that. We're gonna claim prosperity and that things are going to get better. That in particular to AndriaJohnson. Now, Leandria, just as of recently, has confessed again to that she is dealing with, pretty much the whole thing of drinking again, and that she pretty much has a problem with it again, and that, she feels like that she needs to get help, basically. When I seen this post, which I saw across Larry, shout out to Larry Reed Live, I was really disheartened about seeing that she is still struggling with this. But at the same time, I was not shocked at all. And the reason why I was not shocked at all is because of the fact that whenever you have an issue that is dealing with something of that caliber, it's not something that you just let go of, because if you're not getting to the core root of the problem or what's causing you to constantly go back to that space, it's pretty much like you're putting a band-aid on it until the band-aid gets ripped off. So with that being said, roll that beautiful bean footage. I got a couple of things that I want to sit here and share with y'all to encourage your life, and I'm gonna get out of here.
Go to numb the pain and the unbelievable crazy things you do to yourself. First really learning how to own up to what you do to yourself. And I think that's one of the most, that's probably the hardest thing that I have to do is really, I have to stop abusing myself. It's just a week. Thank you.
You're more than a song.
Hi, this is Mr. 6'8" coming at you as the microphone on. Do it talk out loud? Well, if it's talking out loud, what is it saying? It's saying that this channel is simply about bridging the gap between gays, lesbians, trans, heterosexual, pansexual, demisexual, and us all coming under one roof and being just unified. Because that's what it's all about. So sit back, grab your drink, grab your snack, because it's about to be a bumpy ride. Let's get it.
Your mouth on every hole, and you done told me that you like to see him be peed on. And okay, so Leandria is back again and dealing with a serious issue that I feel like a lot of people in this world deals with, and her just happened to be drinking. And one thing I have always respected about Leandria, you can say what you want about her, but she's gonna always be transparent. She's gonna always give you the transparent version of her, whether that be good or bad. Yes, she may not do everything according to what gospel standards are in terms of people in the church community feel like should be done as far as handling certain issues, but she's going to always keep it 100. You can always depend on her to keep it 100 at all times. And when she got on, as you all seen in the clip, when she got on the altar and talked about her, as far as issue, I really had a lot of just like, it's just like a connection I felt with her, because I know there are things that I have dealt with as far as maybe still dealing with that I may wrestle with, and it's a hard battle to fight when you when you deal with something that you pretty much like all your life, and you know it's become an issue, an ongoing thing, an uphill battle, it's not something that you just overnight fix. Like, it takes a lot of, you have to be disciplined, you have to be focused, you have to be accountable at all times, you have to be self-aware at all times. So it's not something that you can just say, oh, I went and got help and the issue went away. It doesn't work like that. Life in itself doesn't work like that. So in her case, you know, seeing that she's backslid and she's now pretty much dealing with, once again, drinking, you know, it's like, I mean, you can't be surprised, you know, even though people may be like, oh, you know, I knew it, and I knew that she was just up there, you know, putting on a facade. But you can't be surprised, though, because like I said, stuff like that doesn't get resolved overnight. And I'm sure she's been getting help. I'm sure she has a lot of great people in the community that really helps her to really stay accountable and really keep focused. Like when she went through her little situation back a while back, to where she had got online, and you can clearly tell that she was not coherent, and you know, she was a little wobbly and all this other stuff. And then she came back on the Sunday best and did Deliver Me, and all of a sudden it was like the rebirth of AndriaJohnson. You know, it was just like people may have expected, oh, okay, it's done went away. But, you know, I knew then, even back then, like, okay, it's still going to be an uphill battle. And even though she had gained a lot of support, I'm quite sure after that Sunday best performance of Deliver Me, which is basically a testament of what she has gone through in her life, it was just like, I knew that she was still going to need just ongoing therapy to really get through it, or else it's, you know, you just gonna have those moments of weakness. And being that as a person, as our flesh, from experience, our flesh is our biggest weakness when it comes to temptation. It's not something, like I said, you can just expect to disappear. And so, and my biggest thing, I think, Leandria, just from my perspective, I'm not saying that this is what she's going through, but I do feel like it's from my perspective, meaning that this is what my opinion is, you know, of it. I feel like that because she is in the gospel community, and people really, like, I feel like, have this expectation because she's in a gospel community that she can't pretty much do a lot of the things that she would have been able to do as an artist or as just a human being, period, outside if she was in the R&B secular community, if you want to call it that. I feel like that's probably been her biggest, you know, really stronghold of it all, because imagine you being a certain caliber of a person. And when I say that, when we saw her on Sunday Best, I'm just gonna keep it real. Leandria Johnson was very much rough around the edges in terms of, you know, she seemed like that girl from the, you know, bankhead that may sit here and get you together real quick. Okay, she seemed like that she could sit here and put down a bottle of Coke 40. Like, she seemed like she could put down a bottle of Coke 45 in a second, like in 2.5 seconds, and then turn around and take that bottle and just, okay. But that's the kind of person that she struck me as. Like, she seemed like the no nonsense type, like that would sit here and really get you together. So imagine you being that person that pretty much had nothing, came into this whole, you know, as far as winning Sunday Best, this well, you know, as far as competition that's well known around the world or around the United States or whatever. And then now you got to pretty much fall into the guidelines of you can't pretty much do a lot of the things that you probably could do if you wasn't famous, okay? Or if you was not famous. So imagine having to always be in the public limelight to where everybody is watching your every move. And that can feel very much suffocating to a person who may not be used to that. And I don't think AndriaJohnson was really used to having to deal with it. As a matter of fact, I'm quite sure she was not used to having to be this person to where all we want to do is just see her sing. And when she got on the altar and talked about that she's dealing with this once again, one of the people in the audience, I don't know who they were, but it really captivated me when they just screamed out loud as she was telling her testimony that she is more than just a song. And I felt that because I feel like that in the gospel community, church people as a whole, as long as you just, when you are a gospel artist, it's almost like people just expect you to just be an open mic and just sing and that's it. And look like you holy and that's it and nothing else. And I feel like that people have no expectations of anything else other than they just want to see you sing that one song, just like with Tamala Man, Take Me to the King. As long as you singing a favorite song, everything is all right. And as soon as something else happens, it's like, oh, you the worst person in the world. And so when the lady said that she was more than just a song in that clip that I had seen on Facebook, I really felt that, and I could really tell that that really meant a lot to hear from people, as far as Leandria, to hear that, because I'm quite sure she feels like that the only thing people care about is just her singing and using her gift and nothing else. And like I said, we as people have to learn to accept people as they are. Sometimes we have too much high expectation on what we feel like people should be, instead of just really loving people where they are, present tense, in the moment. Now, like I said, she hasn't always been perfect. Yes, she's done some things. Yes, she done sit here and had a few words that done almost got her canceled and everything else, but I feel like because her gift is so great and is so greater than her pain and struggle, it's kept her going. And I feel like that a lot of people see that and a lot of people can resonate with what she's going through. And so for that, I feel like that's why it was so easy and forgiving the first time when she went on her rant and people found out that she had been drinking and just all kind of crazy stuff. And then she went and pretty much, told the church community, oh, y'all can just sit here and, go well. Like, I feel like that when that happened the first time, that was the reason why people were so able to like really move past it the first time and not really think nothing else of it, was because she does have a great gift. And a lot of times when your gift is just great, I mean, sometimes it's easy for people to look past it. Plus, I feel like that there are a lot of people that do want to see her win more than what people want to see her fail. And so I really do hope that she gets the help that she needs. I know this is going to be an ongoing uphill battle with her. But I hope that she has the courage and that she has the right support system, because having the right support system, like I did not realize it until going through my own situations, that if you don't have a good support system in your life, you pretty much are like a sinking ship, ready to sit here and just completely go underwater and never come back up. And so I hope that she does have the right support system, which it seems like that she does, because it takes a lot to get up there in front of an audience and pretty much put yourself out there, vulnerability and all, and leave it there, no matter what people saying may form an opinion about. So that's all I got. I didn't want to sit here and get on long and be a rant, but just let me know what you think, in the comments. And until next time, my fun sizers, peace.